Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 26 of our Pokémon Gold for the Game Boy Color playthrough. Last time, we cloned our friend from the first game, Bagon. So now we have Bagon 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Our dearly departed friend.
He's longer, he has a big tail, he's a different shade of purple.
He's drawn a little more on model.
And way more emotional baggage.
Yeah. He's very
emotional
angsty. He even built a fortress out on an island and summoned all of our friends there. And we're going to go there together. We're going to go see the rest of the dragons.
Oh, I thought you were trying to come up with like a half-baked like Superman reference there. Like he has this Fortress of Solitude.
Are you saying, Trey, that in this episode we're going to the land of dragons?
Yes.
I wish with all my heart. We're going to go fight Clair.
Shit, I thought he was talking about Kingdom Hearts. Does that mean we're going to get like bargain basement Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
His weird laugh.
We haven't talked about on this channel yet how one of our college memories is staying up till like 3 a.m. and outside your guys' apartment.
Just like standing on a street corner.
Oh.
Yeah, just talk about Dragon
Trey,
Tales.
is this the kind of information we want to be known?
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what's one of
Dude.
the things? I don't remember this, but I also remember this.
Dragon Tales is the coolest.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's bullshit, but I believe it.
I think it was just I think it was just me, Dan, and Joe.
Yeah.
That was the
okay,
day
I
Gear
went
Check
there.
was born.
Name me one thing that's cooler than a show about dragons.
It's dragons, but it's PBS dragons.
A show
it's
about
like,
pirates.
These
You know, you got me there.
True.
But Dragon is a character in that show.
Well, I'll be damned.
You know what I just realized? I don't remember what happens in the manga here. I don't remember how Gold Oh yeah, Gold never gets... God, that's one of the funniest things. I don't know if I've said that about the manga. Gold doesn't do the gym challenge. He doesn't get any badges. He just befriends all of the gym leaders because there's like a big quest happening with Team Rocket.
So yeah, so you tell me he just goes to the Pokemon League, they're like, alright, badges. He's like, no, I know some guys. We're cool.
Yeah, basically. I have 8 friends, let me tell you.
Just like, let's see your badges, kid. I don't have any badges. Well, just don't cause any trouble. Go ahead.
One of my
I don't have any
favorite
badges,
things-
but what I have is resumes.
Don't touch anything.
Before the exhibition match.
Not
because-
resumes, references. I fucked up the joke.
Come on, Ethan.
Team Rocket is trying to infiltrate the exhibition game before they have the quote unquote the Elite Four tournament. And to get in, Gold and Crystal are there as bodyguards to make sure Team Rocket doesn't pull any crap. But then Silver enters as a challenger, and the lady at the desk is like, hey, do you have your 8 badges? And he's like, oh, yeah. He just pulls like an assortment of badges out of his pocket, lays them on the desk, and walks in. And in his thought bubble, he's like, man, I didn't even earn those. I stole all those.
I thought you were going to be like... Like he kind of like plays it cool, like yeah, let me just grab them from my pocket, and then he just like slugs her in the face.
Yeah.
Pocket sand.
I'll be the champion. Out of
Sand
my
attack.
way, lady.
Sand attack.
I don't trust the Pokemon League.
They're trying to control global warming. Get it? Global.
Goldal War.
I say
Gods
let
don't kill
Johto warm
people.
up.
Gods don't kill people. Team Rocket does.
See, who even needs King of the Hill when you have our dead-on... Oh, God. I almost vomited saying that.
Dang old Rattata, dang old Team Rocket sucks, man. Get yourself a Crobat.
Boom Houndour.
So this...
Boomhauer's the only one that survives Mewtwo's attack because he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
I told you it would come in handy.
He said to Hank Skeleton. We dreamed of creating the world's strongest Pokemon, and we succeeded. Sorry, I can't do a good Hank, but I'm trying to hold back the forced laughter.
I don't think I'm jowly enough to do Bill. What's that actor's name?
I forget who plays
Space?
Bill. Dang it, Bill!
I can see his face. Like he's like a character actor in everything.
How many separate games have we brought up King of the Hill in just apropos of nothing? And how many times has it been funny? Audience, tell us, please.
Every time it's fun.
You know what the great thing is? Here in a little bit, they won't be able to dislike our videos.
That's true, yeah.
Well, okay, they'll be able to dislike our videos, but it won't show up.
Positive likes.
And if we don't acknowledge them, then they don't exist.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how it works? Like, if you don't approve the dislike?
There's not even any approval, it just doesn't show publicly. Only the creators can see them.
They're like shadow dislikes?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's worse, because like, what if you have a video, it says it has 1 million likes, but there's like 40 million dislikes? What a punch in the gut that only you know about.
You mean like the video that announced that they were doing this?
Yeah.
See, YouTube's thinking ahead. They're on a whole nother level.
They're doing it for the small creators.
Yeah, okay.
The small creators like YouTube and Nintendo and EA.
Basically the people who paid them to do this.
You suppose Nintendo was like, so, hi, Mr. YouTube. I've got a briefcase full of money, and I wanted to talk to you about this video we put out recently about a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass.
Probably more likely that they were like, hey, Mr. YouTube, I've got a briefcase of allowing Nintendo things to be on your platform.
I mean,
I've got a briefcase full of GameCube games, and if you ever want to see them again,
that would get me to the table.
you'll bend to our
I've got
whims.
a briefcase full of 1 copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
That would get Trent to the table.
And nothing else, just rattling around in there.
But it's factory. See? Oh no.
You can play it for 3 months, and then we're going to remove it from the market.
See,
You can play it for 3 months with heavy input lag.
Good lord.
Oh god.
Best we can do.
That's gonna be the kicker when we finally do get GameCube games. Is that we're gonna have to deal with whatever Nintendo Online's bullshit is. I would love to play Double Dash on the Nintendo Switch multiplayer.
It's like, is this the price of having like online, quote unquote, online functionality for those games? Is just like
Online quote unquote functionality.
horrendous emulation.
We need a new name for whatever Nintendo's brand of monkey paw is.
And I'm sorry, folks. It might sound, I know it might sound like an exaggeration to
Donkey
call
Kong
it
paw.
The donkey paw.
to call it horrendous emulation, but like the fact that they get it to the point where it's like good enough so that most people won't notice, and then like leave it is like, considering the amount of resources Nintendo has at their disposal, pretty freaking disgraceful.
Yeah.
From my point of view.
A lot of times they will do the bare minimum. I'm like, you're a bajillion. I understand you don't have to.
We've had Nintendo Switch Online since like 2018, and they still haven't included an option to remove those stupid borders.
The killer isn't that they don't do
Dragon
better.
Rage.
It's that they actively like stomp down anyone else that does better.
Yeah. Oh, that's just. Oh wait, you did that.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. So this is your ace in the hole, huh?
Yeah, Lapras is a little OP because she can put a timer on your opponents. Because I don't have access to Toxic early game, and really I just wanted Lapras for Ice Beam, but Perish Song was like a nice bonus that I wasn't counting on. Because
Ice Baby.
The way Perish Song works is like after 3 turns, if your Perish count reaches 0, you faint. Mm-hmm. So like it's almost better than Toxic because it acts faster. So it forces their hand faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess ultimately that's the most useful thing about it is it forces your opponent to like, because you can negate the effects of Perish Song by switching out.
Yeah.
But if you don't switch out, you perish. So it forces you to, like, if you're up against something you're not able to take on, you can force your opponent to switch Pokemon.
Yeah, I think the only ones that are coded to do that in this are the Elite Four in Red. I could be mistaken. The gym leaders might, or maybe only certain gym leaders. Because I know, like, at a certain point of the game, you just won't have access to the move. But I guess Lapras learns it at 30 or whatever level she is.
What does Red have that has Perish Song in this?
Doesn't he also have a Lapras? Or
In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, he has a Lapras, but
And it's Snorlax?
let's see what he had. Yeah, he's got Pikachu, Snorlax, Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Espeon.
And Espeon, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any of those Pokemon get Perish Song, unless I'm mistaken.
Well, I mean, if you, like, say you use... Because I think he has, like, a smarter AI. If you use Perish Song on him, I think he will trade out.
Oh, okay, so he's
That's
so he doesn't use it, he just doesn't fall for it. I gotcha.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, if you can force him to switch, too, like, that can also help you out.
Yeah.
I'll never understand, like, and we may see this later, I may have a little trouble with it, I don't remember if I do. He opens with Pikachu, which is like, yeah, for the nostalgia is great, but Pikachu is really easy to KO. Even a level 80 Pikachu is not that strong.
Yeah, it's his highest leveled Pokemon.
Yeah.
Is it really level 80?
I think so. I think his team is super inflated.
Uh-huh.
They're all in the 70s, 80s range, if I recall correctly. I just remember you have to grind a lot to be able to fight him correctly. Because you can have a great moveset, but if you don't have the stats to fight him, you're gonna lose.
When you said his whole team is super inflated, I just got the mental image that you like start the battle and it just teleports you to Pokefloats.
If you want to look up strategies on how to beat Red in Pokemon Gold and Silver, search Pokemon inflation on Google.
Yeah, in fact, go to DeviantArt and you'll find the strats really fast.
So Claire,
Hi.
Oh yeah, Claire. So she's like,
Dragonair comes out, and then Lapras comes out, and just like, I'm you but bigger.
yes,
I'm you but booger.
Blue and a horn. We can't both wear the same dress to the prom.
is it just me or does he kind of look like the Internet Explorer logo?
Oh my god!
I don't know why I'd never noticed that before. Probably because I was too busy being terrified of dragon types.
It's an E.
I'm seeing it.
E for everyone.
It's like the Internet Explorer version of like the Firefox logo.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you can't just use Dragonair. That's copyrighted, you. Jeez.
Yeah, so I think doesn't she have like 2 Dragonairs, and then she has
Oh
one
yeah.
of the walls of this game is Kingdra, because it has a very defensive typing.
Dude, Kingdra is a nightmare no matter what game that thing's in.
The only because the only super effective type against Kingdra is, well, prior to the fairy type was other dragon types.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Kingdra's stats, like I think it's like it's either 85 or 90s across the board. But like which doesn't look that great at a glance, but then when you like add all that together, it's like, okay, so anything I throw at this thing is only going to be like moderately effective, and it has like no common weaknesses.
Yeah, and like very few things by this point of the game will even learn dragon moves. Like I think you'll get like if you have a Gyarados. Oh yeah, Eevee's getting buff.
Buff enough to evolve, maybe?
No. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
What I'd give for a stone right now.
Well, I guess we'll have to settle for Pure Boy.
God, I'm super under leveled for this. I didn't do any grinding before this point of the game, and I am feeling the effects of it because her team's a good 5-6 levels ahead of a lot of my guys.
That reminds me of I can't remember if I talked about this in when we did Red, but I did some recent playthroughs of Pokemon games where I deliberately didn't grind. Like, I tried not to run away from wild Pokemon, like, along the main path, but I didn't, like, stop and grind when I was under-leveled. Because I just wanted to see, like, what the difficulty of the game was like without grinding. And to tell you the truth, if you've ever had an issue with Pokemon games, like, being too easy, just don't grind. And I know that sounds, like, counterintuitive, but, like... To me, the point of the gym leaders is to, like the gym leader's strategy is to, like, overpower you by just having, like, better numbers than you're likely to have unless you, like, put a lot of time into grinding. So the real, like, fun challenge of gym leaders is figuring out a way to defeat them without going through the tedium of, like, getting onto their level.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a certain extent to where, like you have to be, like, strong enough to be able to take them on, but, like, I think it's kind of a fallacy that, you have to literally, like, match their levels in order to be able to stand a chance. Like, that's not really the point. They're supposed to be, like, these really tough trainers that you have to, like, outwit.
Oh, Lord. Kingdra, what did they do to you?
No.
They only had so many pixels to use.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to do a somersault.
He's trapped inside Marcel's invisible box.
He looks like that one Panzer Dragoon controller I posted earlier.
He does.
Why does every Pokemon in this game look like they're shaking their fist at you?
He don't even have fists to shake.
Yeah. So he's improvising.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it has Hyper Beam.
Yeah. Like, on top of everything else, he also has, like, a super good...
Kingdra is
just a nuke.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because it's cliche, but Kingdra is a gear check.
He did it! He said the thing!
So it's watching this going, oh, he said the thing! He said the thing!
The one person who's actually made it this far is just, like, face desking and questioning their life choices. And rightly so. I think you're doing the right thing. Yeah. Yeah, how did you guess, Dan? Boy, you're on your game today. Oh, and as if everything else wasn't bad enough, now it's spamming smokescreen. My God, Claire.
Yeah, because it has access to all of Horsey and Cedra's moves.
And then you're gonna get to the end of this, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, that fight wasn't fair. You didn't prove anything." It's like, you were the one who was spamming, like, evasion moves.
Oh, Lord.
Kingdra is not letting up.
Bye, Deckard.
I know. He was, like, my ace in the hole, too, and he got annihilated. I guess that's one good thing about fighting him. Because, like, most dragons can resist electric attacks. But Kingdra just does normal damage to him because he's part of water.
So it's finally come to the... Well, hey, at least that's a surefire way of taking it down, because she can't switch to another Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the... Like, you want to choose when to use Perish Song. Like, if they have nothing else, like, you put that on them and you wait them out.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally here, performing for you.
I love that, like, even if he did use Surf on me, it's like, I'm a water type too, so it ain't gonna do shit.
If you know the words, you'll be dying too.
I just realized I put the Cancer combo on him. I put the Paralyzed Confused combo.
Uh-huh.
Paralyzed, Confused, and Paris Song.
Yeah.
Man, Pokemon Coliseum was the game that taught me how awesome Confuse Ray can be. Like, I never considered ever using it up until that point, but... Put it on my Umbreon in that game, and it was like, oh boy. Now suddenly all of my crappy Pokemon can, like, do things.
Yeah. Anytime that I run a Crobat, he always has Confuse Ray, because he's faster than 90% of the thing he's going to fight. So just, like, laying that on people at the beginning of the match, you're like, oh, it's going to be like this.
Hell, is the only Pokemon faster than Crobat at this point Electrode?
I think so.
I mean, maybe I'm like inflating how fast Crobat is, but
I mean, he's pretty fat. Isn't he like 90 or 100?
You did it, Bagon 2. Yeah. All by
you
yourself.
got all the experience for that. See, this is how you grind. It's easy. Anyone can do it.
No, your Pokemon just clearly fainted.
I like that it doesn't.
I hate this so much. Where it's like, oh, you gotta do the challenge now. It's so much padding. It's padding.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That so much didn't bug me. It's just kind of odd that like the last gym leader is the one that's like, no, there's no way you beat me. I guess it is kind of fun, you know. Any like little personality trait they're able to convey is because like you remember that.
Well, dude, they put a lot more personality on the gym leaders into. They're more like people and characters in this world in this one.
Beat her with just a Magikarp and see if she can say anything about that.
I don't know. Remember in Gen 1 when Lieutenant Surge used his Raichu in the war to murder people?
Yeah.
He did.
For America?
The canonical Pokemon War.
Uh-huh. The great Pokemon War.
Just remember, when you're fighting his Raichu, you're punching a veteran.
Damn.
Dang.
Instead of going to the Pokemon Center, he's gonna have to go to the VA.
Oh, poor Raichu. He's seen some shit.
He has. You see Raichu at the Pokebar later with a drink later. This is a weird canon. We have to go to the Dragon Cave now because what's her nugget is pouty.
Yeah, I guess she's not the only one in this gen even that refuses to give you the badge at first. Because Whitney kind of pulled a similar thing back in Goldenrod.
Yeah, that was the thing I was gonna say earlier too. Is if you don't grind, she's another one of those bosses that's like a real good test of like the mechanics and of thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Trey. You can say gear check.
I'm not gonna say it. It takes a wall. It's a big, utter filled wall. Oh god, that's a bad.
You know. Conversely, we could just change the name of the channel so that we're not always like running up against it with just like basic game.
But Joe,
lexicon.
What about our viewer base? They'll be so sad about
all 47 of them, including us and mostly people we know.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for what is probably the worst song in the game.
You may want to turn your volume down now.
Screw it, I'm turning this up.
This is one song that was immensely improved in the remake.
Ethan, Trey's gonna punish you if you turn your volume up when he brings back like the anime music. It's like 10 decibels louder than the game audio.
Oh. Balancing, what's that?
Get out of here.
Hey, at least it has better audio balancing than Twitch ads.
Oof.
Oh, God. So, you say that, like, recently, I know a lot of times the complaint is that they're too loud. I've had a bunch that are, like, way too quiet.
I would prefer that.
Yeah.
They're, like, 10 times louder than, like, every... honestly, the Twitch ads have made me weirdly like appreciate the one streamer I watch that is just like 100 always obnoxiously loud and like constantly clipping his mic because it's like, all right, well at least I can hear him with the audio turned way down and the Twitch ads won't be like way louder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is one thing I do know about in television. That's something that's been litigated. They can't do. There's a certain decibel.
I know. No such thing on Twitch.
Yeah, it's still kind of the Wild West out there. Like that needs to be taken a look at. Like,
and the loudest and most obnoxious ads are always the ones that are by Twitch.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, if you own the platform, it's one thing. They really need to have the FCC come down on that shit. Like it ain't cool.
And it sucks because the only time I ever see ads on Twitch is when I'm watching on my phone while I'm like in bed trying to fall asleep.
So like, It like completely jostles you out of your comfiness. It's like, oh god, I'm back.
I realize this is pretty much okay. I'll give you the badge, but you have to get me a shrubberry.
Bring me a shrubbery.
Did you say a shrubberry?
You give it to your Pokemon.
It's been a while since I've seen Monty Python.
Well, no, because a shrubberry sounds like something they would put in like Ruby and Sapphire when they started giving like punny names to all the berries and stuff instead of just like Purrs Cure Berry, PSN Cure Berry,
PSN Cure Berry.
Oh yeah,
I think I've had that Gatorade flavor.
Oh man,
they call it regular Mountain Dew.
Flavor. My favorite Gatorade flavor is yellow.
Uh-oh.
When I was moving a couple months ago, I bought a bunch of Gatorades so I could hydrate while I pack and stuff. I bought cucumber lime Gatorade.
I've seen that, but I've not had the guts to try it.
So like, I've had cucumber vodka before and it's aight. Don't buy this. It's not good. I drank them all because I'm like, I can't return them.
I paid for these.
Have them.
Now, in Crystal, as part of the test, you actually have to go inside that shrine and talk to, like, 3 elders. And if you answer their questions correctly, they'll give you a Dratini that knows extreme speed. It's actually a really neat-looking building on the inside. Really, like, dramatic lighting, considering the limited color palette they had to work with.
So is it just not enterable in this version?
Yeah, it's just a random, like, stock building.
Oh.
Yeah, there were a lot of, like, small
the 3 old
refinements
men are in there just wasting away with no entrances or
Please
exits.
let us out.
They've been locked in there.
There used to be 4 old men in there, but they had to eat one of
Extreme
them.
speed means nothing if there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. Now that's some existential horror right there.
It's now a horror movie.
Hey, we got all 8
There's
badges
a
now,
Twilight
don't
Zone
we?
or a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have all 8 Johto badges, so we are...
All right, we're going to take on the lead.
Been a long time
Yeah.
League of
coming.
our own.
We're almost at the end of this playthrough, right?
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Unless you want to take a ride on the Kanto Express.
I can't fit Kanto in that little cart.
Nah.
That's like 2 games in one.
How are we going to have a separate character model for the main character for every single map of the game?
Oh god.
Or wait, no, not the main character. It was like NPCs that appear in cutscenes.
Yeah. So, like you said, we have all the badges. Now we can go to Victory Road.
Hell!
Yes. Join us when we go on that journey next time.
I'm so excited.
Yay.
I'm so excited. Yay.